Hello everyone, this is Amber Colbert from East Alabama Board of Realtors, and I'd like to welcome you to this Matrix tutorial. Today we're going to take a look at generating market stats within the Matrix MLS. Now, if you're visiting this from another MLS or another association, the system in today's tutorial may differ slightly from your home system, but the functionality will be the same. Now, once we enter the Matrix MLS, we're going to navigate to our Stats tab. And this will take us to the Stats search table. As you can see, we have some preset reports here. Let's try the average close versus average list price. Choose the system in which we want to search. Choose what type of properties we would like to search. You can make multiple selections by using the Shift key on your keyboard. Now let's say we just want to look in a certain region. Now for today's example, we're going to search Phoenix City, Alabama, and as many of you know, Phoenix City addresses can be in Russell or Lee County, so we're just going to leave that county blank. Okay, now we're going to go up to our pre-created system presets here. We're going to choose this option, and we're going to select Generate. And you're going to see we get this cute little graph here. Now, we can save this as a copy, we can print it, we can email it to someone, but it's just very basic information, preset style. If you want to see the data points, you can select here and see the average points for each month of this year. You can also navigate back to your search table and sort of change these if you want. If you wanted to add a certain price point, year bills, etc. Now let's navigate back to our chart and look at some of those features. You'll see in the preset chart, it's divided by amount and month of 2026. And close price, as you can see on the legend, is going to be green in front here. List price is going to be blue in the back. Now, let's say you wanted to create this chart, but this particular style of chart is not going to work for you. For example, as an ADA accommodation, let's say that you have a visual impairment. Let's say you can't differentiate color. You can't differentiate between this preset green and blue. We could actually recreate this by going to the Customize tab. We could choose year to date. We've got a primary statistic of close price, a secondary statistic of list price. We're grouping by month. And now we can actually go to some more advanced options here and choose our styles. As you can see, we've got a default color palette. Of course, if you're visually impaired and can't differentiate between colors, this isn't really going to matter too much to you. But what we can do here is change the type that we see. For example, if we want to keep this as a column, we can do that. We can make one a smooth line or just a straight line. When we come down here, we can display values in our data points to set those if we want. We can choose our fill style, how we want that to look. Let's just generate one real quick and we can see how that looks. As you can see, you can change the style down here. Now your close price is in these blocks and your list price is an average. Let's go up here and choose another option for that list price. As you can see now, you have a nice big filled in area for those. So that's a good way to differentiate between the two. We could also go with, we'll keep area here and let's maybe try a line on the other option. And that's what that chart would look like for you. Now, if you need those data points, again, you can always navigate to those to view them. You can even export them as a CSV. And when we go back to our chart, let's say we wanted to print this chart as well as the data points, we can go to Print. Come down to the bottom and say Show Tubular Data. And now this gives us something that can be printed. Of course, you'd also use that print feature to save as, or print to PDF, to save as a PDF if you wanted to send that to somebody else. But there's a lot of great things that you can do with this customized here, in this customized chart here. Now, let's say we want to do previous year, 2025, and we want to do something a little bit different. Let's say we want to do a days on market. So the average days to sell versus the, let's see, what's another statistic I want here? Let's see. Close to list price ratio. All right. We'll go ahead and generate that. And that is what that's going to look like for us. As you can see, the days to sell is going to be a ribbon here. Now, some people would call this days on market. The way this is defined as our system is the number of days from list date to the number of days to pinned date. That would be the days to sell. The actual days on market is a different statistic that takes you all the way up from the day listed to the day that it was actually closed. The statistic that we use most of the time, just because closing can sometimes take longer than they need to, we take that financing component out of it and just do a days to sell. Again, you can manipulate these however you want to. Let's say we wanted to do columns on both, and we wanted to change the style a little bit to a cylinder. We could do that. And you can create something that looks like this. And you know, you've got limited selections, but you could really just combine these in a number of different ways to create something that you want here. Of course, we've got default colors. We can do this in a different default color. So if you can find something that's a little bit more suited to your logo or your company or your team, you can do that as well. We have a lot of different color choices here. And again, no matter what style you use here, you can always navigate to those data points, see those numbers here, and include those in your printouts or your saved PDFs. Now, if you have any other questions about how to navigate the custom stats feature in the MATRIX MLS, or if your team or office would like a private tutorial at the eBoard office, just contact us. We can get that on the schedule for you and offer any help that you need. And we hope to see you soon. Thank you.